Welcome to Yulman Stadium in New Orleans, home to the Tulane Green Wave, and as this city likes to say, let the good times roll, and the Tulane fans are certainly ready for that. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Well, you don't see this every day. They're lining up for an onside kick on the opening kickoff. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
First down here for the offense. Red pass, it's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Scarlet Knights want to move quickly. Direct snap. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Good timing on the quick out. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Scarlet Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it on first and goal. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8.
Gain of 2. Brings up second and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. He's got it. And they swarm him under.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing it. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Third and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff. This is a designed run. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Rutgers.
Number 8 in the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown.
Tulane 0.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Line gets set, first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Working the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Quarterback checking the play. He'll come out throwing on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He's got an open man. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Tulane right back to the line.
That QB is absolutely going to buy all the hog mollies up front of steak dinner tonight. My goodness, if you have that much time in the pocket, I think I could be successful. And I don't even like quarterbacks who want to play quarterback.
He wants to pass it on second down. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
And perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to throw it again. Right down the middle. Tight end getting vertical. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
And that's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good. You get a completion on a big 3rd down early in the game, and that should give him a lot of confidence calling plays this game.
Trying to find his man on first down. Fires left. A strike downfield. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
On 1st and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Slams ahead. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Man, I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
Ready to try the point after. Right down the middle. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Fair catch called for and made. Has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and then the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And wings it incomplete. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
Unloads it downfield. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Single back formation, and they give it to it.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Fast motion from the offense. Running back searching for a hole. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score tied at 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in third and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He'll try to do it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Defensively, the more speed you have on the field, the better. Not just to cover wide receivers, but when the QB does this and scrambles outside the pocket, now you've got guys that have really good speed going to catch a quarterback, an athletic quarterback at that. Really nice job by the defense.
Slips through the line. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. offense coming out to go on the attack. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly.
He'll take a deep shot here. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
Offense getting set for first down. He's looking to throw it. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
He's back to throw on second down. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Quarterback will audible. They'll leave it with him. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
Offense facing 4th down.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. They'll try to pick up the first. Got room at the 35. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
You know, you kind of get stuck in no man's land once you get across that 50-yard line where it might be a long field goal, which isn't really high percentage. Or do I go for it on 4th down? I like to go for it, personally. I like the aggressiveness. They go for it, and they get the big first down.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Tulane looking for the 4th down conversion here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Makes the grab. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Now on 1st down after that completion. It's a reverse. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Picks up 1. Brings up 2nd down.
Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. And the Scarlet Knights trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Snap it to the back. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. A designed run for the quarterback. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And they've inched closer and closer, and still 2 yards to go for the touchdown here on 3rd down. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Rutgers!
Number 8.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wide out in motion. Power football with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He uncorks one deep. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Scarlet Knights!
Touchdown, Rutgers. Number 82.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
The kicker is on for the
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone.
Tulane, 7.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Off the play fake on 1st down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Rutgers, 21. Tulane, 7.
The Scarlet Knights will boot it away to start the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the 3rd quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here at the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
Feeling some heat. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. Tulane right back to the line.
1 yard on the play. 3rd down coming up.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Out of the backfield, he's open. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Throws to the back. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
And you got to wonder if this offense is going to go for it here. They're trailing now by a lot. I know there's a lot of football still to go, and I know they're on their own end of the field, but just kind of get the feeling their defense hasn't gotten a ton of stops. They may need to stay out there, and they're going to need this quarterback to make a play.
Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Steps away. And he hauls it in at the 30. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. They'll throw it on first down. Zings it complete to the right. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. On first down from the 13-yard line. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Running it to the right. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tulane!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage. Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. BYU is just steamrolling its way to victory today. No way the experts saw this coming. A lead that just keeps growing and growing. They're up by 37 over the Sharks. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll go with a direct snap. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. And the Scarlet Knights headed quickly to the line. Direct snap. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Wide receiver shows motion. To the air on first down. Setting up the screen. Keeps the legs moving. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Really good toughness by the QB to hang in there, take a big shot, but I will not give him credit for throwing into double coverage. So, nice job hanging in there, being tough, make a better decision. Do not throw into double coverage. He got lucky that was an interception.
Line getting set on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Gets it out quickly. At the 35, he's open. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
And that's the danger. When you've got a receiver like that, if you blitz and you're playing man coverage, he's one-on-one, and he's going to burn you if you don't get home to the quarterback.
The Scarlet Knights will have it 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Working the middle, it's complete. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
And the Scarlet Knights will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. Takes the easy completion. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Just going to keep it after the snap. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The Scarlet Knights want to pick up the tempo. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Number 8 in the end zone.
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Just about set to kick it away.
Number 31 set to kick this one away.
Fair catch called for and made. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. They're working that left side. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. He'll throw on 3rd down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And they are fortunate to get the ball back, but unfortunate to have a long way to go after that loss. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Yeah, and how about that, man? 4th down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board. and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick, and not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. A first down for the offense. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. First down for this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick handoff. At the 35, he's loose. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the third.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score. Rutgers.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Timeout, Rutgers.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. He's got the tight end, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
This offense has a second down play. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On second down, just keeps firing. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Makes a grab enough for the first. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Quarterback checking off. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Getting some heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Tulane right back to the line.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up the second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
The hand to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
He looks that one in nicely. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Wants to throw on second down. It's complete. A huge pickup. Touchdown, Rutgers. And the stomping has commenced. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Oregon is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Justin Herbert had a hand in getting this kid to Eugene, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Kennesaw State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Hines is tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Going up top on first down. He rifles one deep to the left. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Rutgers. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. And they tacked on the extra point. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Let's see what they've got on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Here's a throw downfield late. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Makes a connection. Gets away from one, finds room. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. And the Scarlet Knights come to the line in the hurry-up.
Hornet, Pilot, Rita, Gorilla, Squirrel, Tuna,
comes out throwing on first down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. After the big first down sack, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Firing to the right, complete. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. The Scarlet Knights trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Quarterback keeper. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Third and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Hit as he throws. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. Motion from the offense. On 4th down, trying to find his man. And he's thrown another interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Time is short. Defense still has 3 timeouts, but it's a mountain in front of them, Jesse.
Yeah, the worst-case scenario now for this offense is victory formation, victory formation, victory formation, punt, win the game, baby.
No doubt about it. When you're up 2+ possessions, there's no way for the defense to get back in the game. So take a knee, get out of here with the dub.
Wants to fire on second down. Blasted as he lets it go. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And with that turnover, we come to the close of this game. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the